Alright, namaste. Welcome to this really brief practice that is meant to help you deal with any kind of difficult emotions, thoughts, emotions, or if you're going through a difficult moment or a hiccup in life or life challenge. We're going to use this meditation, this mindfulness meditation, to just kind of call in grace, and whatever grace means in like our path and facing or moving through what we're moving through. Let's go ahead and just hop right into it. I said that this is going to be a brief meditation. This is kind of meant to be a quickie when going through some kind of difficult thought, emotion, moment in life. We're going to do it together. I'm going through my own little moment in life, and that's I think what made me feel inspired to do this short practice. And I want you guys to know that I'm in it with you. And let's do this together, okay? Alright, go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Let's take a couple natural breaths. Whatever kind of seat you're in is perfect, whether you are sitting on a chair, sitting in a chair, on a couch, on your bed, or if you're sitting on the floor or a meditation cushion or a back jack chair, whatever kind of seat you have is perfect, but make sure you're sitting up nice and tall with your shoulders down your back, nice and long neck. Maybe let the chin slightly drop down. Of course, the eyes are closed. And again, let's just plug into the breath. We're going to do 3 mindfulness techniques to help us ground down and kind of facing a little difficult moment. I don't want to say little, but facing a little difficult moment. Again, I just said little, oh my goodness, a difficult moment. So we're going to do 3 techniques. And let's go ahead and go right into technique number 1. Technique number 1, just focusing on the breath. So I invite you to place your attention on your breath. First, we're just going to cultivate a nice even inhale and exhale. So just pay attention to your breath. Exercise step 1. We'll do a few things with the breath, but this is step 1 or exercise 1. And if your mind wanders off or drifts off while just putting your attention on the breath in an equal inhalation and exhalation, that's totally fine if your mind wanders off. If your mind wanders off to the difficult emotion, difficult thought or thoughts or life situation that you're going through, that's totally fine too, totally normal. This quick meditation is meant to be a quick little detox, a moment of doing our best to plug into presence, which also helps us navigate these kind of situations. So if your mind's wandered off, put your attention back, a couple more even inhales and exhales. And maybe we'll actually just focus on the breath. I think I was getting ahead of myself trying to do 3 exercises. Let's just let this moment of breath concentration be our mindfulness meditation. We'll do a few different meditations, mindfulness exercises with the focus on grace, but our moment of grace in this moment is just surrendering to the breath, to the best attempt of breath as possible. Step 2, let's now focus on letting our exhales be twice as long as our inhales. Let your exhales be twice as long as your inhales. And let's do that for a few rounds of breath. Step 2, making your exhales twice as long as your inhalations. slowing your breath down, drawing it out, elongating it. The reason why we do this is that we release more stress on the exhale. So if we elongate our exhales, hopefully we'll release more stress, more of what we might be holding on to or might be attached to or might be, whatever human experience we're going through at that time or this moment. That little bell in the background of this recording, this filming, is a gentle reminder. If you hear any sounds, or if you smell something from the outside, or if there's any kind of sensory distraction that draws your attention away from your focus on the breath, that's totally okay too. Allow that. And then just bring your attention back toward your breath. Or again, if your mind wanders off to the thoughts, emotions that are causing you difficulty, or life situations that are causing you challenges, allow that. And then come back to the awareness of your breath. And we will move on to step 2 for the last 40 seconds of this meditation. Last 40 seconds or so. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the timer off. So gently let's go ahead and release the breath exercise. Release the breath exercise, and we're going to do a little bit of mental noting, simple mental noting. It's really just a mental mantra, little mental affirmation, and we're just going to repeat the word grace internally in our minds. English mantra, the word grace, that word alone. And go ahead, join me. Let's just repeat the word internally in your mind, grace, slowly with breath. Grace. 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 And as you repeat that word in your mind, grace, that mantra, that affirmation, statement, or ask, prayer even. I'm going to extend our prayer a little bit as you repeat that internally in your mind. The reason why I wanted to choose the word grace as our mantra, we're going to send out a prayer to the universe that may we go through these difficult thoughts and emotions, or may we face these difficult challenges that life is presenting us with grace. And whatever that grace means, that's the kicker, whatever that grace means, whether that means taking a moment to breathe through whatever raw emotion we might be feeling, whether, that could be anger, fear, frustration, worry, doubt, sadness, depression, whatever, anxiety, taking a moment to honor whatever human emotion we might be feeling, breathe it out. Or if we're having a moment of clarity, to be with that clarity, clarity and action, whatever. Could be positive, could be negative, could be challenging, but allowing all of it is the grace. And knowing that it's for the betterment of ourselves, a higher unfolding. So maybe just allow ourselves to go through it with grace by just surrendering, allowing, continuing to come back to the breath. So for a few more breaths, let's just repeat grace, knowing that we'll allow ourselves to surrender and allow ourselves to feel everything we're going through, have every thought we're having. Not pushing anything away, but allowing. Letting it teach us something, letting it take us somewhere. Grace. Grace. For a few more breaths. And slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Again, just a natural inhale and exhale. Go ahead and bring your hands to a prayer position at your heart. I'm going to close this practice with Namaste. The light within me honors the light within you all. Blessings, blessings, blessings.